Hi everyone, welcome to a day in my life as a flight surgeon. Starting off with some early morning kitten snuggles. Our cat Augustus has the loudest purr I've ever heard, which makes it super hard to leave him, but I do have to start my day and go work out. Pulled up to the base gym. Unfortunately, it's really windy outside and the weather's looking a little meh, which isn't a good omen for flying, but hopefully it clears up. But in the meantime, I'm actually going to go ahead and run inside. Haven't decided what kind of running workout I'm gonna do yet. I think I'm just gonna wing it. I'd like to do 3 miles though at least, so we'll see. Warming up on the treadmill. There's 1 mile, 2 miles, and we got that 3rd mile. Pretty excited that I had time to run 3 miles like I hoped. After that, I drove home, hopped in the shower really fast, put on my uniform, and just finishing getting ready, packing my bag to head on over to the airfield. I never know how long I'm going to be at the airfield. Sometimes things happen, especially with the weather, and we might take off right away or we might be delayed for a little bit. So I always make sure that in addition to my lunch, I've got plenty of snacks, and then I always bring my work laptop so that I can work on any paperwork or administrative duties that need to get done, and then I bring my Kindle or a textbook to study. Okay, so I just drove up to the flying squadron for our pre-flight brief. This is where every member of the crew who's going to be there, the pilots, the flight docs, the loadmaster, and anybody else that's on the flight, gets together to talk about what kind of flight we're going to do, whether it's an air evac sortie, air refueling, like a local, what patterns, things we're going to do like that, where we're going to fly, what the weather's looking like, who's all on board, all of that good stuff is what we go over. It's not a super quick brief, but it's just important to kind of get all the faces together, make sure everybody knows who's who, and then we talk about if there's any new notices or any new alerts out that everybody should be aware of. So it's just a good time, especially because I'm a newer flight doc here, for me to meet people and say hello. And then typically after that, just the pilots will stay behind and talk more specifically about the route and their flying mission. Luckily, they usually let me listen in on this too, just because I think it's valuable for me to get more of an inside look about mentally how taxing it is and all of the information that they need to keep in their heads to make sure that we have a successful flight. So luckily, as you can see behind me, the weather is looking better. But yeah, I'm gonna go inside and join the pre-flight brief and cross my fingers that there's only 2 or 3 pilots, so hopefully I get to sit in the cockpit too. But we'll see. Either way, it's gonna be a beautiful day. Okay, so we just finished our pre-flight brief and now we have about 30 minutes to eat lunch, go to the bathroom, do whatever you need to do before we start heading out to the plane. Like I said, I use this downtime to go to the bathroom and then I go warm up my lunch. I never fly on an empty stomach. I've never gotten motion sickness or sick when I fly. Knock on wood, even when I've been in fighters. And I think, at least for me, part of that is just making sure that I have like a complex starch that I ate recently enough that it's still like sitting in my stomach and is settled, but not like I just ate and it's like still going down my esophagus. That's just what's worked well for me so far. But yeah, I eat my lunch and then I usually pull out my laptop because this is a good chance to get some administrative work done. I've said before that a lot of times flight surgeons have paperwork that includes writing waivers for our flyers, checking profiles, other meeting type things that we need to sign off on. So this downtime is a really good chance to just kind of get some of those more tedious tasks out of the way. If I finish all of that, I also like to use this as a chance to work on my research papers. Then I do one last bathroom check, reapply my sunscreen, of course, and then it's time to step out to the aircraft. We all go together as a crew, which unfortunately I'm not able to video record to show you guys, but the pilots do their pre-flight check, I get settled and observe them, and luckily I did get to sit in the cockpit this time, which was an awesome experience. Again, it's just a great opportunity to see up close and personal what their day-to-day consists of and how I can better serve them as their doctor. As always, it was a great flight, and this time we landed right after sunset, so I had this gorgeous drive home, and now it's time to rest up and get ready for a full day of clinic tomorrow. So that's a day in my life. Thanks for watching.